Hey, happy Valentine's Day. We're out here in a 190 searunner 2020. It's blue, got the ET bracket on it. I put in 30 gallons. Set up your simrad non-ethanol with Startron. Overlink is 21.8, beams 96, bottom 78, 6.5, 32 sides. You got 2150 dry weight, 16, 23, 35 on the whole degree. Bottom gauge is 190, sides 125. Two sleepers, two smooth rides right here. These are really nice seats. I like these. 8 people, 1320. Max is 200, 150 is plenty, about 40 miles an hour. I got it up to, let me see here, 41 with the current. The current's doing about 4 miles an hour. 2 to 3 seconds to plane. 700, 650 at an idle. Cruise, I would say about 28. I better write that down. I don't forget. Well, anyway, I'll write that down. So I set this simrad. I believe this is a go. One way to find out, you can go back up into here. This is your setting. Go into here. Go down here and go to about. Yeah, it's a Go 7 XSR. And you can do your software updates by going to that too. I set up your dash bar over here. So you got speed over ground, depth, course over ground, volts, latitude and longitude, water temp, and altitude. You can change that. If that's highlighted when you hit that, you can do that menu. If you highlight this one in orange, then that pertains all to the GPS. Okay, and then over here I went into your settings, and that I went through all that for you. So that's set. I got it on for heading up, and then here's your tide tables. Right here you can go to the next month if you wanted to. You can go to the time. You can go way ahead if you want to. Alarms already set. Trip intel is kind of cool. That tells you I had it up to 41.3 max. Average at 5.8. My trip time tells you your tide right here, and it'll give you your history over here. So you go back over into here, so then you got your charts. You can set a waypoints really easy. You just have to hit that, and then you hit the little power button. You hit go to, and then you hit go to course, and there it is right there. Navigation, you just hit that and you cancel it and it gets rid of it. You got all your buoys and markers on it. And then I went ahead and did your echo. I did down scan overlay. That's why that's brown with an A scope on it. Temperature line. You got your temperature, you got your depth, your kilohertz. And I set this up for fishing mode. And then you go your side scan. I set that with an amber. It picks it up a little bit better. And then if you go into your down scan, I got down scan with I think it was a traditional fish symbols. So that's your down scan. And then you can go in. You don't have radar nav aid. That's only if you make a waypoint. See how these numbers, you don't have your steering mode right here, or time to destination. All that would be up into here. So instruments, that if you want to get a Yamaha interface cable, then you can get a little bit more like trim level, and some of these take like sending units. And then over here I set up your, like, if you want to see these two. Now say you don't want to see those data bars, just hit up your power key and instrument bars, they're gone. Gives you a bigger screen. Instrument are up. Now say you want a size split. I can adjust the size split, really easy to do. You can just do that or cross out of that. And then I went ahead and did this one for like navigation. And then I did this one here for like fishing. Gives you your GPS, your regular, and your down scan. And then down one more, it gives you all of them. Side scan, dad scan, and traditional. Okay, so we're going to turn on the live well. You don't have no courtesy lights. Bilge pumps work, wipers work, horn works, nav lights work. You got about, turn this key right here. You got about just under half a tank of gas. Your tack works, trim's fine. You got a lot of your stuff that's sitting in here. You got your cup holders. There's some extra key fobs in there. You got your boot in here. You got your rods to make this into a sleeper seat. You got your fish box here. You got your live well here. It's got C-Star steering with that new cable steer for your kicker. Now back over here, I hit that live well switch up there. So if you hit this one, it's gonna spit in here. Now this little board here with the holes in it, that's just to balance the water so it doesn't splash out. It goes through the hole, slows it down. And over here next to that, pumps out this fish box and your wash downs right here. See? And if you stop and that thing quits, that means that's not leaking. And there's your tie downs. And then an insulated fish box, and then that right down in there, that's to drain this. If you want to pump it out, you can hit that. You turn the valve open and it'll go into here and you pull your drain plugs. Dual batteries, shut off switch. And actually this boat handled really nice as for what rough as it was down there to get 40 miles an hour. That's pretty damn good. Okay, if you're going real fast, these got, like I say, those smooth rides. I'd probably tell you to zip this down. Okay, see how many minutes? 6 minutes, good. So we'll just start with the kicker. This has got that new cable style steer, so you don't have to have that tie bar. When you're starting, when it's cold, lift up on this handle about like this, push in on the key and hold it. Now once it's warm, you just have to give it a little and just turn it, and if you can't hear it, up, it's working. So then you just put it in gear. And here's your speed right here. So 7.2. Turn the live well off. And so that was 7. We're gonna do about 4 this way. Really clear, like on your sonars. So then if we want to go there, we can do a combo. That gives me my GPS. I got it on heading up in your traditional. And we're doing about 4.4 on the kicker. So then sometimes if it gets real windy like what it's doing now and wants to pull you over, here's what you can do. You can just kind of keep it lined up like this. Slow it down a little bit. Where you can hold it, look at your tack, fire up your main, just put it in gear, bring that one back, give that one a little bit more gas, so hold it there. Make sure you turn it off and you trim it up. Right there. Make sure this motor's trimmed all the way down. And of course, if this is here, like just barely in gear, it won't start. You have to have it back. If the safety lanyard's out, when you try to start it, you'll just crank over, but you're gonna hear a buzz. That means probably don't have the safety lanyard. If you come in here, turn the key nut, none of these things come on, it's probably your battery switch. Okay, you ready? I'm going to hit this. It's really quick on plane. 1001, 1002, 2.5 seconds. So she planes really good. This is 190. I could have said 210, but it's a 190.19. It's sold. Searunner use grab 2020. Then we'll get up to cruising speed 4,200, about 25 miles an hour. Now I'm going to try to get it up to 6,000. Against the current. Sometimes if you kick her back to about 5,800, you're going to actually pick up miles an hour. I'll show you. Any time on a tight turn, make sure you trim it down. Now here's where it's an incoming tide. We'll hit it. Now we should be able to hit 58 and pick up about 40 miles an hour. There's 39. Okay, I'm going to hit 6,000 here pretty quick. you didn't lose much. So now I'm going to trim down, and I'm at 58, 59, almost 40 miles an hour. See, so full trim, full throttle really ain't going to gain you a heck of a lot. It's 2020 190 searunner sold. The people will be here Friday. Boat's good to go.